So, there are many fighting games that meet an untimely death. That could be due to a new fighting game taking its place, developers not updating the game consistently enough, a lack of single player and multiplayer modes, or in Multiverse's case, content that no one wants. How did this game win Fighting Game of the Year at the Game Awards? So recently I did a poll on my community tab. Yes, I do have a community tab. If you don't know, check it out sometime. I asked you guys, what is your most anticipated upcoming fighting game? And between the hype for Street Fighter 6 and Tekken 8, and the long wait for Project L, is
Granblue Fantasy Versus Rising.
Out of all the choices, this game is the one I'm most excited for. Just listen to the trailer they showed off at EVO Japan.
Started over, they told us it was kinda hopeless to think we the ones who'll make it on the outside. They shift and focus, crossing over, so hold that ground. They feeling crooked, give them some sugar, throw that down. Bound onto the blue sky. Don't run, flame on the edge of your sword. They pull the blade from the floor, they try to roll through the fire. The tempest turns to a storm, the world stuck on delay. It almost took us away, and now we back on the stage. Believe it, we've been lost, but we are just who we are. Let it burn until they see us rise again. We've been lost, but we are just who we are. Let it burn until we finally fly again.
If that isn't hype, I don't know what is. Now, I'm here to tell you why you should be excited for Granblue Fantasy Versus Rising. Now, if you're looking into getting into the fighting game genre, this game is super beginner friendly. There are mechanics in this game to help new fighting game players settle in and get familiar with the genre. Have a hard time figuring out combos? Well, in this game, you only have to press a button 3 times to do a combo, and that's a fundamental mechanic in this game. There's also a button that does all the special moves depending on the direction you input. It's basically like Smash. This is probably the most accessible fighting game out there at the moment. One of the biggest appeals to any fighting game is of course the characters. And since Granblue is originally a gacha, they have a lot of characters they can pull from their character library. Now let me give you a brief description on every character that is in this game, including the ones announced for Rising.
Gran.
Before we had the Traveler from Genshin Impact, we had Gran.
Now I can't tell them apart. Which one's Andy?
You gotta be kidding me!
I don't know which one to shoot.
What?
Catalina.
Yeah, this character is just Kai. Kai with stand.
Lancelot.
The dual blade main from Monster Hunter.
Percival.
This is basically Ken if you gave him a sword.
Ferry.
The way cooler Axel.
Metera.
The one female fighting game character that everyone's horny for.
Fastiva. Lowain.
What every fighting game player is actually like.
エルッチとトモちゃんは隠れてろって。背中から撃たれたりしねえかな。正直俺踏まれたい。
Charlotte.
They have Yordles in this game?
Zeta.
For some reason, she reminds me of a Fire Emblem character.
Vaseraga.
Okay, definitely a Fire Emblem character.
Beelzebub.
My dude does a Dio face.
このディオだ! Jita.
The better Gran.
Narmaya.
The insect pillar.
Soriz.
The one fighting game character that's a martial artist.
Zoe.
The Arbiter of the Skies.
Were it so easy.
Belial.
Don Flamingo but more edgy.
Cagliostro.
The character that everyone hates in this game.
UL.
Not gonna lie, they chose the safer option with her design.
Uno.
On God, does anyone play this character?
Eustace.
The gun character that's not actually broken.
Shis.
Oi! Okiro!
Why does this guy sound so familiar? I'm maining him.
Vera.
Ayandere.
Belial.
Is this an Echo Fighter? This character is just a random character select. Is that Totsugeki? Totsugeki! And finally, the Black Swordsman. Now, what does Rising have compared to the original Granblue Fantasy Versus? From the information that we know of, the game has rollback netcode and crossplay,
The trash! It's the game! It sucks playing the shit! And I'm fucking addicted!
more story content, which I think is pretty cool. In my opinion, the RPG mode is very underrated, and even if you haven't played the gacha or watched the anime, you can still enjoy the story as well. It's also better than 90% of fighting game single player content, which is really not hard to do. And lastly, we have Fall Guys. Also new mechanics.